People ask why I'm so passionate about Honda. It all started 30 years ago when my mom trusted this exact 1987 Honda Accord to safely transport our family. Trust takes many years to earn, and through Bianchi Honda, I'm sharing my passion for Hondas with our community.
Bianchi Honda, trusted from the very beginning.
And still on the road today.
Time now for the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. He is the head coach, John Reilly. Coach, welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Christmas all right? Did you have a nice holiday?
It's busy. I mean, it was. I was down in Maryland and with my parents, and just pretty much took it easy down there. Caught a few games, recruiting wise, but it went fast.
Always working. And then it was back for Indiana on the 2nd. You lose that game 78-57, but in the first half, you're tied there for a little bit. I think it was 19 all, but whatever the case, you're tied with one of the best teams in the nation.
Well, that first game back is always a hard game back because in Division II is the only league in the country, the only division where you have to take 7 days off. And in any season, you take 7 days off right in the middle. It's hard because you can really get out of shape. Timing can be bad, and so those first couple of days, you're just trying to get guys back moving. So you never really know what to expect that first game. And at times we fought hard. We had some dips. Again, we've been very, very inconsistent in how we play. We'll play 5 good minutes and then we'll turn over 3 times, whatever. So we're really trying to work through that. But our guys definitely, there were definitely some bright spots.
You say off, you mean off. You can't, that's
can't
not off from games.
Can't do anything. Yeah, can't meet with them, can't work out with them, can't practice, can't do anything.
Off.
So, again, but everybody has the same thing, but it's hard. And when you're struggling like us, trying to put some things together, we went into Christmas break losing that game to Kutztown right on the shot of the buzzer. I mean, you're just trying to find a way to figure this thing out, and you just got to start over. But again, there were some bright spots.
And when they came back, engaged, ready to go, ready to get back to it.
Trying, I mean, it's every team's a little different. This team's a lot different than last year's team, just in terms of having experienced guys that have been through it. So it's a little different, but overall, I thought they've handled it okay.
I guess having the experienced guy who's seen the other side of things, I guess, that just he could be in the room saying, look, push through it, it's going to be worth it when everything breaks.
Well, just they've been there and done that, and they know what it takes. We're still trying to figure out what it takes, to win a game. Like I said, we've won a lot of games over the years, but it's just right now. It's just just trying to, and you hope that your veterans can step up and kind of show the younger guys, and we're still trying to figure that part out.
Well, yeah, we kept talking about Frank Webb, who's back on the shelf now, which is a shame to see. But you talk about a guy in Frank, he probably, can you exert yourself as a leader if you can't do what you want to be doing?
He's trying, in other ways. I think it's easier when you are.
You could set that
playing,
bar.
But he's an unselfish person, and he's giving of himself every day. And even though things haven't gone the way he planned and hoped, or we hoped, he's still contributing, and he's just had a tough run of it. In terms of the injury that he had before practice even started, and because he had a wonderful summer. He was really the difference in us becoming a really good team and almost winning the league last year and being an NCAA tournament team, because he really emerged. He started figuring it out, and in terms of what it takes to be able to compete, practice day in, day out. He's always been an excellent student, just how he carries himself. But so that was definitely a big loss, but we can't dwell on it because he's not there. So other people have to step up, but he's still contributing, and I really appreciate him doing that.
And continuing on that theme, can't dwell on it, he's not there. You got Cicero, goes for 17 points, 7 of 12 shooting against IUP, and then Cowie's unavailable to you. So that came as a surprise, at least to me. And it just looked like you had a guy developing into a nice scorer away from the basket.
Well, you try. The thing is, you want consistency, and I don't get involved in athletic training. That's not my thing. I mean, I understand injuries. I've been in this long enough.
Right.
I get it. But in all of our years, we've never had people out like this. I mean, I've never had. I mean, Rafael Thomas Edwards broke his wrist during the year. He didn't miss a game, didn't miss the practice.
Wow.
I mean, everyone's a little different. Every situation's a little different. So this is this is new to us. We're trying to figure it out, and what we're really trying to do is focus on the people that we have and get them better, because our trainers had to work her tail off in terms of just trying to get those guys back, and she's doing a great job with that. But again, we can focus on the guys we have, and that's all we can do.
Daryl Porter, he's got ups and downs this year, but he's working. Seems he's working.
Yeah, he's a wonderful person. He's a hard worker. There's no doubt about it.
He's one of the guys that stay after. That's good to see that you've obviously got buy-in. These guys are staying in the gym, putting up shots after a loss.
Well, I mean.
Or is that just prerequisite?
My whole thing is I always would like more people to be in the gym, before games, because so far to this point, and I feel we're much better than what we are, but we're not making shots, and there's only one way to improve as a shooter, and that is to put the time in. You have to deserve to make shots. So we just want to keep encouraging our guys to get in there on top of the practice time, just to help us get things going a little bit better.
And then there's a couple guys, and I would say Matt Johnson, Jonathan Harewood. You've got guys who defensively, there's no lack of intensity.
No, but there is sometimes lack of understanding in terms of like our defensive numbers. I think the last 2 games, I think we've played very poorly defensively. Our ball pressure hasn't been good. Our hands haven't been real active. Our feet haven't been really active. And so we're just trying to stress those things, because those 2 people that you just mentioned are very, very capable defenders, and just trying to get 5 guys to understand how to compete defensively and offensively together. I mean, that's coaching. It's the essence of it. It's funny because Will Gadsden, one of our former players, is coaching up at Northwestern now, and we were having a conversation before our last game. He just said, "Coach, I never realized how hard it was getting a team to understand how hard you have to compete at both ends every play," and it is. That's the challenge, and every coach is trying to do it, and usually it favors the team that makes the least amount of mistakes. It's funny, I went and watched Will's team play that night, and boy, they competed extremely hard. I mean, I think he's definitely doing a good job of doing what we were talking about.
Does it look like a Gannon team out there for Northwestern?
It does, in terms of, actually they look better than our team in terms of making more multiple efforts on plays, really throwing yourself on loose balls, understanding the value of each possession, and that's what we're trying to do. We're capable. We just haven't got them there yet, and I put that on me. I put that on the coaches. We have to do a better job. It's just somehow trying to find a way, and just staying with the process, and just trying to figure out a way to win, be successful.
Kind of same thing against Cal. First half, there were moments, there were bright spots. Where do you fall on that? Because to us, the untrained eye, you stuck with them. You shot the ball well, but maybe that covered up mistakes that a coach sees a little clearer.
Now, that was a totally different game than the IUP game, because Cal played us all zone, and we came out making shots. I think we were up 10 or 11 at one point in time, and before you know it, we end up going into halftime down 1, and it was a 2, 3, 4-point game with couple minutes to go in the game, but they made plays. The thing that really hurt us in that game was transition defense. We didn't do a good job of getting back, talking, pointing who's got ball, and they were able to get a couple easy baskets, and that kind of gave them the separation. There were some good things that we did a better job of taking charges. Didn't do a good job of ball pressure. We chart that with deflections. But again, there were some bright spots. But again, we're not playing to be close.
All right, Pitt Johnstown coming up. What do you know about them? How you gonna compete?
Well, they're always one of the best executing teams in the league. Their coach is a good friend of mine, and we've always had wonderful games with them in the past. And they're going to execute. So ball pressure's of paramount importance in this game, because to the casual observer it's hard to explain, but they run so many sets, and we can't possibly show our guys all those sets. And what we've always done is we've always tried to teach our guys how to play a certain way to guard down screens, certain way to guard back screens, certain way to guard flare screens, certain way to guard slip screens. But the key component is applying ball pressure, and that's something we haven't been good at. So again, we're just trying to stress that. But credit to our guys. Our guys have had good days of practice, and obviously doing a lot of shooting, doing a lot of skill work, just trying to get them better. But it's a game we're excited about, and we've just got to find a way to play a whole game instead of bits and pieces. We have to put 40 minutes together and just fight as hard as we can.
I wonder how, obviously, there is an ideal makeup that you'd like to see in the team. You don't have it right now, whether it's injury, this, that, the other, you just don't have it. How do you adapt to that, or do you just stick to what you know?
We're always changing. We're always trying to learn, but I don't want to lower our standards. And just in terms of everything about our program, in terms of our grades, in terms of how we act, in terms of how we practice, in terms of everything. Our guys are a certain way, and I'm not budging on it, period. Whether we're 30-4, which we've been, 28-5, or whether we're 3-10, I am not budging on it. I'm a basketball coach. That's what I am. I'm not apologizing for that. I'm proud of what we've done over the years, and we're just going to keep working and trying to get these guys and trying to reach these guys, whether it's showing film, skill development, whatever. We're just going to keep plugging because I know they have more in them, and I know they're willing to give it.
Good stuff. 5:30. That will be on Wednesday at the Hammermill Center. So home game against Pitt Johnstown. He is Coach John Reilly. This is the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. Thanks, Coach.
My pleasure.